The government has not changed the petroleum prices. The prices would depend upon the movement of international oil prices, which is going to be passed on to the consumer. It is the condition of the IMF. The movement of the PKR would depend upon the international oil prices. PKR may hover around in the band of 270 to 285 to 90 going forward.
The International Monetary Fund recently held a review meeting in Islamabad with Pakistani authorities, where it praised the government's efforts in advancing economic recovery. Pakistan, currently under a caretaker government, successfully avoided a sovereign default in July by securing approval for a standby arrangement with the IMF. This program allowed Pakistan to receive an initial $1.2 billion from the IMF. The ongoing IMF delegation visit aims to assess progress in meeting the targets set within the $3 billion program aimed at rescuing the struggling economy.
The government has not changed the petroleum prices, and there was a little bit of room, but the government pounced upon the opportunity to increase the petroleum levy on petrol that are now at a maximum level of 60, as well as the diesel, which is at the level of 60. So they have maintained the petrol and diesel prices, a wise decision. And going forward, the prices would depend upon the movement of international oil prices and the PKR USD parity. And if the PKR depreciates and international prices goes up, then perhaps the petroleum prices would be revised up, and vice versa. The government has changed the gas prices. That's a very welcome move. That's gas prices change had been delayed for the last many years. Last time the gas prices changed were fully changed were the 2013-14, and since then the price increase was not adequate to cover the cost, and with the domestic gas declining, the LNG share started increasing, and that has resulted in built-up of the gas circular debt, which is about 1,500 billion if we don't take into this power sector duplication debt into the petroleum sector and the late payments of charges. So that's a good move, and this is one of the condition of the IMF as well. So that's why the gas prices increase decision at the cabinet, though the notification has yet to come, has been approved before the IMF review to start. And the petroleum prices, IMF is concerned about the taxes, which are peaked at 60 rupees PDL, and now international prices move in that way. So the so the gas prices and the IMF review, as I told you earlier, is very important. One of the conditions of the IMF was to curb the gas circular debt, like the way we curb the power sector circular debt by increasing the power sector prices, and now that's been capped at about 2.3 billion theoretically. Now the gas circular debt is going to be capped at its current level from the July level, and from July to November there is an increase of 65 billion, which is going to be passed on to the consumer as the price increases effective from November 1, and that is very important. One, it is the condition of the IMF, you have to do it. Two, the circular debt is not increasing, that would help the fiscal consolidation. And three, the balance sheet of those E&P exploration company would improve, and they may work towards the exploration and discoveries of gas and oil, which been declining in Pakistan for long. I think the mission review is going to be successful. We have met all the quantitative targets, be it State Bank and NDA, NFA, or other targets, or if it's a fiscal side, the primary deficit and the other indicative targets like gas price increase and all that. And if you see the mission meeting with the Ministry of Finance and their press release, that's very encouraging, and we think that Pakistan will get the money in December, and one of the conditions perhaps was that they wanted to have an election date, and now we have the election date. We'll get the money, and the movement of the PKR would depend upon the international oil prices and the liquidity in the domestic market. So I think the PKR may hover around in the band of 270 to 285 to 90 going forward till elections. Thank you.